Hello and welcome to another episode of What's Inside. Today we're looking at Hannah Montana True You game. This is put out by Milton Bradley in association with Disney. This is for ages 7 and up, 2 to 4 players. It's not a real heavy box, but it is kind of board game heavy, so there is a board in there, as you can see from the back. This looks like a couple character cards and some stands. There is a contents list, but I'm lazy, so let's just open this up and see what's inside. And the cellophane's sticking to my arm. So let's see what we got in the box here. Alright. We got a big stack of cards labeled Star Talent. We've got some tokens, a scoring sheet, and some character standees. The scoring sheet appears to have separated from its backer, but that's probably due to age. This is sort of a pastel color. Oh, it says 2008, so it gives us a year. Hannah Montana True You score sheet. It says Smarts, Friends, Sports, and Talent. There's a little column of 5 symbols on each one. So that's probably what's going to be missing. They are double-sided, so you could probably play 2 games on each one. But that's probably going to be missing if you find this used. Or it's either going to be that or the cards, I'd be willing to bet. Alright, looks like we've got a colorful insert there. Nothing on it. What's underneath? We got a rule book hiding underneath there, so be aware of that. Alright, the rule book looks like a high-end photocopy. So it's not even, like, the paper quality's garbage. It is color at least. And it just is a fold-out, tri-fold. Not a lot to it. See. There is a proof of purchase on it, though. Thanks, Hasbro Games. But the rulebook is hidden underneath the cardboard thing, so be aware of that. Alright, the board is actually pretty high quality. It's got some images from the show on it. You start here, apparently, and work your way out and around. There's a Hannah Montana concert thing on the end here. I imagine that's where you have to end up, is at the concert. It looks like this is where the cards go, maybe. But yeah, there's arrows around, and you start and move about. And there's apparently spots for Miley and Hannah. So yeah, actually the board is pretty high quality. I'll give them credit for that. Same thickness as most boards. It's a little rough on the edges, honestly, from where it was probably cut. But it is a pretty decent cardstock board, so give them credit where credit is due. Let's look at these tokens. Alright, you get 2 little plastic stands that have discolored due to age and being in the bag with multicolor pieces. So there's a little bit of bleed from the coloring of these other ones, but those are to hold these standees that pop out. And these are 2-sided, so you get the same image on both sides. Then we've got 4 player pieces, a red, a blue, a purple, and a yellow. They're all translucent, and it's just like a star shape. Probably should hold up the one that is darker so you can see it easier. So nothing particularly fancy about them. They are a little discolored from age, though. The color's faded a little bit, even though it is plastic. The red one especially. But they're kind of cheap, but not too bad. Pretty decent plastic, but not as high as quality as I would have liked in a board game. D6 is just a translucent blue D6, standard board game D6, honestly. Nothing special. It's a nice color. I like blue. Let's see what these cards look like. It's a little disappointing they didn't give you something to put the cards in, because the cards will probably be a little banged up if little kids are playing this. So a deck box would have been nice, but alright, do they all say start talent? No, there's different categories. So let's see what we got here. Let's try and sort these out. Looks like star talent. There's a random discard. Probably just because that's breaking up the deck here. Another discard. Alright, there's star talent, sports, there's a profile card, there's some more sports cards. Then there's smarts, smart. Another profile, some more smarts. Then friends. And that appears to be it. So, looks like there's 4 profile cards. I'm guessing these are for the characters from the show. Oh, no. These are apparently random cards with numbers on them. I'm sure they have some sort of meaning. But I didn't read the rules, obviously, because that'd be boring to watch me read. So there's 4 profile cards. Be aware of that. They're all different too. One is 7784, 9494, 51065, 7964. So let's put those aside. Let's start with the star talent. Secret star talent, my bad. Jackson is great at doing impressions. Do an impression of your favorite movie star. Collect 1 talent point. These are just sort of... it's the True You game, so I guess it's about making you do goofy crap. When Lily goes to Hannah Montana concerts, she has to be in disguise as Lola. Make up a stage name you would use if you were Hannah's friend. What kind of wig would you wear? Alright, so they're just like questions, get to know you kind of things, I guess. That one's worth 2. If you win this, collect a talent point. If other player wins, they collect a talent point. So it's just different ways to get the points that you need to win. So there's a bunch of, let's see how many of these there are. They're not numbered, unfortunately, so you're not real sure, but they're all different. 3, 6, 7. They kind of stick together. 10. Looks like 19 of those. Let's see if the bottom of the box tells us exactly how many cards are in here, as I dump everything out. Yeah, there's 25 smarts cards, 25 friend cards, 25 sports cards, 25 secret star talent cards, 8 True You cards, 8 True You profile cards. I only got 4. Pad of score sheets, 4 tokens, 1 die. So yeah, I think their numbers might be a little off on that, but that's what's supposed to be in here. The smarts cards, what does Rico's dad put him on so he can get into the movies for free? Oh, put on him, it's a diaper. These are trivia questions. Alright, so those are trivia questions. Oh, there are more profile cards. They're just buried inside these other ones. Alright, so that makes sense, I guess. So yeah, I'm not good at math, and I'm not good at finding things that are hidden, apparently. So, I'm going to have to go back and read some highlights issues. Friends cards, oh sweet niblets, what phrase do you yell when you're mad about or frustrated about something? I can't answer that because it's not advertiser friendly and YouTube would be mad. Miley rocks in English class. What is your favorite school subject? Yeah, these are just kind of friendship questions. Or trivia, that sort of thing. About yourself or your friends. There were 2 of these discard cards, though. Alright, the sports cards. Pretend you are babysitting Mr. I can't pronounce it. Somebody's niece. And you have to entertain her. Do your best ballet dance for 30 seconds. That could get embarrassing. Alright, the card quality is good, like I said. A little better than some CCGs I've played, but not too thick, not too thin. They'll hold up a little bit. I'd be more worried about them being damaged in the box by bouncing around. The game board itself is pretty good quality. The card standees are decent quality. These pieces are actually okay. They're not great. They could be better. They could be a lot worse. They're just kind of cheap plastic, but I've seen worse. The D6 is awesome. The notepad, thin paper, but it'll function for what its intention is. I'd be worried about buying that used because that's probably what'll be missing will be the notepad, or maybe a few of the cards. I don't think it would matter if some of the cards were missing, but the notepad you do need because it is specific to the game. So if you're a completionist, you'll want to look for the notepad and probably the number of cards, 25 of each category, 8 profile cards. And 4 pieces, movement pieces, and 2 standees with little bases. So that's what's inside the Hannah Montana True You game. Aimed 7 and up, 2 to 4 players. Kids that like Hannah Montana would probably dig this. You can find this pretty cheap still online. I found this one in storage somewhere. I think this is from my comic shop inventory. Or somebody gave it to me at some point. I don't know. I don't know where I get some of this crap. It was in my storage unit, though. This is by Milton Bradley from 2008. So it probably is from store inventory. But yeah, it's a pretty decent quality game. If you're a collector of Hannah Montana memorabilia, this might be a good one for your collection. And kids that are watching the repeats, you might be able to find it for them pretty cheap. So I'm sure this turns up at garage sales and Goodwills, if nothing else. But if you look for it online, I'm sure it's online. On the resellers like eBay or even Amazon might still have it. But that'll do it for this episode. As always, thanks for watching, and we hope to see you next time on What's Inside.